One of the most important things about being a successful day trader is being prepared before the market opens. One of the ways you can do that is by marking the previous day's low and the previous day's high levels. This will help you set the bias going into the open because you can look at those two levels and then see what the market's been doing. In this case, we've been making lower highs and then lower lows. So the market is bearish going into the New York Open, and we are actually going to open up underneath the prior day's low. After the market opens, we're going to do the same thing we always do, and that's wait for the first 30 minutes, and then we'll mark out the low and high of that range. That's our opening range. Next, we're going to wait for a 10-minute candle to close outside of this range. All right, there we go. A candle is now closed outside of the opening range on the 10-minute chart. So we're going to drop down to the 2-minute chart and look for our entry. Also, let's not forget that we're going to put on our 20 EMA as well as the AIM bot, so we can make sure that we nail a proper entry. On this 2-minute chart, we're going to wait for price to pull back and interact with the 20 EMA. All right, boom, there we go. We've had price interact with that 20 EMA, and it is also rejecting this opening range low area. This is a break and retest or a break in base to the downside. We can also see right here that the AIM bot is fully red, and that means we're lined up for a high probability short to the downside. We can enter on the next candle with the stop just above this candle's high and our target just before we break the pivot at low of day. I like to set my target just before the pivot break to ensure a successful trade. And there we have it. Another successful trade with the full target hit just before we would break low of day. This is why I like to set up my trades like this, because this pullback candle right here is 40 points on NQ. That's a pretty significant pullback when you are so close to your take profit if you set your target below low of day. So set your target just a little bit before and you'll find bigger success and more likely to hit that target. Make sure you're following for all the trading tips I'm going to be dropping.